In short, if one does not make of the exalted rules love for the sake of Allah, dislike for the sake of Allah, judgment for the sake of Allah, the guiding principles of one's conduct, dispute and discord will result. If one does not say dislike for the sake of Allah, judgment for the sake of Allah, and take due respect, due account of those principles, one's attempt to do justice will result in injustice. An event with an important lesson. We've got a page to go, so I'll try to wrap it up. An event with an important lesson. Imam Ali radiallahu anh once threw an unbeliever to the ground. As he drew his sword to kill him, the unbeliever, the kafir, spat in his face. He released him without killing him. The unbeliever said, "Why didn't you kill me?" He replied, "I was going to kill you for the sake of God. But when you spat at me, I became angered, and the purity of my intention was clouded by the inclinations of my nafs. It is for this reason that I did not kill you." The unbeliever replied, "If your religion is so pure and disinterested, it must be the truth." Remember, we ended up with the principles of hubbu fillah wal bughdu fillah. What was the other one? Love for the sake of Allah, dislike for the sake of Allah, and judgment for the sake of Allah. Judgment. Wal hukmu lillah. So, hubbu fillah, love for the sake of Allah, wal bughdu fillah, dislike for the sake of Allah, and judge for the sake of Allah. Hukmu lillah. A beautiful example in Imam Ali radiallahu anh. So his love is for the sake of Allah, his hatred clearly is for the sake of Allah, and his judgment purely on the sake of Allah. So, Brother Sinus' question on even non-believing people, or even kafirs. I mean, obviously this is a time of war in that story, but his hatred of that person is wal bughdu fillah, isn't it? He's hating that non-believer on account of Allah. Okay. He's judging whether to kill him or not. Again, even when it's tested with a spit on the face, one of the most offensive ways to react to something, spitting on someone's face. Again, his judgment of that is for Allah as well. He's not reacting out of his nafs, or he makes sure that his judgment is not from his nafs. An occurrence worthy of note. When once a judge showed signs of anger while cutting off the hand of a thief, the just ruler who chanced to observe him dismissed him from his post. Okay, so this is where the execution of the hand is taking place. It's a criminal who's a thief, is now being judged on what he did, and his punishment is cutting of the hand. Now the person, I don't want to call it the executioner because he's not killing him, but the person executing that act, the official, shows an instant of anger in the act while he's cutting the hand of the thief. But the ruler, who was very just, the ruler of that country, of the court, saw this and immediately dismissed him from his post. For if he had cut the hand in the name of the Sharia, his nafs, this is the important bit, his nafs would have felt pity for the victim. He should have cut it off in a manner devoid of both anger and mercy. This is very subtle. So even in the act of applying the consequence of the Sharia for a Muslim, even the cutting of the hand, no expression of anger should be displayed. And this just ruler dismisses this person, this official, for demonstrating this. Because he should have done it in a manner of pity. Not mercy, not anger, but pity. Since the inclinations of his nafs had had some share in his deed, he did not perform the act with justice. So the person who's executing the rule, what did he do? He didn't do what Imam Ali radiallahu anh did he? He didn't. He got his own nafs involved in the situation. His own nafs took part in what was the applying of the law. A regrettable social condition and an awesome disease affecting the life of society, fit to be wept over by the heart of Islam. To forget and abandon internal enmities when foreign enemies appear and attack is a demand of social welfare recognized and enacted even by the most primitive peoples. What then ails those who claim to be serving the Islamic community that at a time when numberless enemies are taking up positions to attack, one after the other, they fail to forget their petty enmities and instead prepare the ground for the enemy's attacks? It is disgraceful savagery and treason committed against the social life of Islam.